and welcome back to Sherwood Park Toyota. Today we're looking at a Toyota Highlander Hybrid Platinum in the color gray. Let's take a look. Starting up front, underneath the hood, we have the gas components of the hybrid energy system. It is a 2.5-liter 4-cylinder engine, automatic transmission. Gets up to 245 horsepower and 175 pound-foot of torque. Towing capacity up to 3,500 pounds. Up front, you've got your LED headlamps and daytime running lights. Underneath of that blue Toyota Hybrid logo is your front-facing camera. And across the front end, you'll find these little round nodules. These guys are the front parking sensors. Onto the side here, you have the 20-inch alloy wheels. You have your all-wheel drive badge on the front end on both sides. You've got OEM running boards installed here. Side mirrors include integrated turn signals, blind spot monitoring, and additional cameras underneath with puddle lamps to contribute to the surround view camera effect. Looking at either one of your front handles here, you'll find these double lights. We'll talk about these more on the driver's side. Heading back, you'll see that on all of your 4 rear windows here, you have these rain guards, and all your rear windows come with factory tinting. Up top, we've got silver roof rails. Now on the back of the unit, just like up front, you have backup parking sensors that go the whole way across. Left-hand side, you have your Highlander badge. Right-hand side, you have both your Platinum and your Hybrid badges. Underneath of the rear logo is the backup camera. To open up your rear space here, reach in next to the cameras, press the button, and the hatch should automatically raise itself upwards. Inside, we have both second and third row seating. Second row seating is independent captain chairs, so there is no middle seat section here. We'll talk about that a little bit more when we get up there. For your third row, they have a 60-40 split you can see on the left-hand side, smaller section on the left, larger section here on the right. All of these are able to function independently from one another. To lay down any one of these 4 seats, you can do so by releasing one of these handles on the top outside corners of the seats themselves. For your third row occupants, they have access to plenty of their own cup holder space. In each one of the 4 corners, you'll be able to find these little silver tie-down hooks. You can use these guys to further secure your cargo load. On the left, we also have a 12-volt adapter and one of your JBL speakers. You have this premium JBL speaker sound system all throughout your unit. Now, across the back of the third row seats and the dedicated floor space, we have this Highlander branded rubber mat cargo space liner. This guy's got 2 jobs. First off, helps protect your vehicle from damage from the cargo. It is made of this nice durable rubber. It is able to go through a lot of stuff. It also has this texturing that you can see across it, which helps to reduce the movement of any items on here while providing a barrier between the vehicle and the item itself. Secondly, it helps to keep your space clean. It is much easier to pick this up, remove it out of your space, than you can shake or rinse any dirt or debris off of it and just pop it back inside. Now, on the right-hand side, you'll find this little false wall space. This is where you're able to access your battery should you ever need it. If you're looking for your tire kit access, look underneath of the mat. You'll find this little fabric strap. Reach this guy upwards, and everything you need is accessible through here. On the right, you'll find this little porthole space. And in the back, if you can see some of that red or that orange bordering, that is instructions on how to access your spare through this little porthole as it is mounted underneath. Across the back here, we also have this interior cargo cover. It is that long piece that goes away across the back. It does have this built-in space underneath the floorboards, so that it's easy to store away should you ever need to do so. If you do want to utilize it, it is best to do so, of course, with your third row down. Otherwise, it will be sitting in these little portholes on each side and will stretch directly across the face or neck of any third row occupants. So that is why there is this built-in space. Now, this cargo cover itself goes all the way across the back in these little portholes, extends outwards and locks into place on these little hooks on each side, and helps to keep private any goods you keep stored underneath it, so no one can look in through your rear windows and see what goods you've got. To close up your space back here, you do have the optional kick sensor. Up on the right-hand side, you have both a handle and the electronic button. Next, let's go take a look at the inside. Inside here, your interior upholstery is the black Softex. You've got the black stitching as well. As we said, it is independent captain's chairs for your second row, so there is no seat here. Instead, you have this cup holder and storage space. You do have built-in armrests on the inside of the seats. You can see you can fold them downwards or have them tucked up. And then the door frame themselves have a built-in armrest space there as well. Looking up overhead, you'll find inside here there is a panoramic moonroof for everyone to enjoy. Then on the back of your front passenger and front driver seats, you've got pouch storage. Back of the console is where you have your third air conditioning control panels. This allows the second and third row occupants to control their own fan speed, mode, and temperature. The second row occupants also have 3 levels for heated seat controls. Down below, you have all of your charger and adapters, and currently we have the Highlander rubber mats installed in the unit. Inside here, we do have the Highlander badge inside of the door, and then on the side of the seat, you'll find all the adjustments that you need for it. So this where you're able to either adjust your seats to lay down flat for cargo space needs, or you can move them around for comfort, or simply to get quick, easy access to the third row for any occupants back there. As you can see, there are these tracks down below under the seats, so there is a good range of motion for how far and back the seat can go. Inside your door, you've got your storage spaces, power window control. We get our first look at this nice glossy wood grain trim, and up top we have a built-in sunshade, so this guy's able to go all the way up top here, locks into place on these little hooks, and keeps the sun out of the eyes of anybody in the back here without taking away from their view. When you have this all the way back in the bottom space here, it goes nice and flush in with your door frame. Back again now to these double lines. These guys indicate keyless entry. So if you have the key fob on your person, you can tap your hand on top of here or inside your handle to lock and unlock your unit. Inside the driver's door, power windows here for both front and back, window lock, power lock system, and side mirror controls. On the left, this allows the side mirrors to fold in flat with the body of your unit. You can keep it set to A for automatic, so they will fold and unfold when you lock and unlock with a key fob. Otherwise, you can manually adjust these guys at any point in time. Then, up top, you have the memory seat settings, which of course means you have electronic seat adjustment, back, front, up, down, and lumbar support. Then, hood and gas release are on the bottom left-hand corner of your dash. On top of that, you have a storage cubby. Then, you've got controls for the cargo space release, heated steering wheel, your AC and 20-volt surround view camera. So if you give that a press, your infotainment will turn to this full surround view look of the vehicle itself. Then, you have your automatic headlamps. Up top is where you have your odometer, trip, and the dash brightness. Looking at your steering wheel, it is made of black leather and black stitching. Left-hand side, you have controls for your dash display, hands-free communication, and the volume control. On the right-hand side, down below is your radio controls. Up top is your adaptive cruise control, which includes both sonar and lane departure. On top of your dash, you'll find this little cutout here, and then if you look straight forward, you'll see some metrics being displayed up top there. This is your heads-up display unit. It allows you to keep your eyes on some of the pertinent information you need while driving without taking your eyes on and off of the road to do so. There's a few different things you can have displayed up here, but currently this includes both your speedometer and your compass. In the middle here is your infotainment display screen. This is where you're going to access much of the information about your daily driving experience. Right now we are looking at the settings. In here is where you have access to all the adjustments for everything from your personal profile, Bluetooth information, Wi-Fi, display, sound media, vehicle customizing, info security, apps, etc. On top of that is a few different things. You have your vehicle alert system, you have your all-wheel drive, which will show you in real time what is going on with each one of your wheels. Then you have your hybrid energy flow. You might be familiar with this if you've seen some of our other hybrid Toyota videos or you own one yourself. This shows you in real time as different elements of the hybrid system communicate with each other. So of course, the vehicle is parked and not in motion right now, so there's not a whole lot going on, though it will kick in every now and again just to keep the energy from going too stagnant. But there we go, now it is kicking in, you can see it working. This is a lot more interesting to keep an eye on when you're out and about on the road, especially if you're in traffic, so you're stopping and going. That way you can see the regenerative braking technology happening before your eyes. You also have this little gauge on the right-hand side, this little blue space here. This shows you how charged up your hybrid system is in front, so you don't ever have to play a guessing game with that. Then you have your trip info, and then your climate display. So you have it for the front, for the back, and your options. This includes your EcoHeat Cool and rear windshield de-icer. In the middle is a Bluetooth connection for your personal device. Then you have your audio listening. This is AM, FM, and satellite radio. Full Bluetooth connectivity includes Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, and there's optional USB adapters throughout. At the top is where you have built-in navigation. It is fully touch sensitive for ease of use. Volume control is on the right-hand corner. Underneath is climate control. So we have a dual climate control up front, so driver and front passenger can either choose to have their temperatures synced up, or you can choose to turn off the sync if you would like them to function independently from one another. We also have the ability to control your rear climate, so you can turn it on and off as well as select it individually to make individual adjustments, and this you can also choose to sync up with the front or not, so you can have lots of different options, whether everybody's synced up together, whether it's just the front that are together, whether everybody's independent, lots of different options to keep everyone comfortable at all times. Defrost for front windshield, rear windshield, and side mirrors, as well as the defrost of the rear windshield wiper blade, are on the left-hand corner here. And then on both sides, we have 3 levels for both heated and cooled seats. It is the green for the cool and the orange for the heat. To the left down below, you have your push-start ignition. In the center is your 4-ways. Underneath is a wireless charging pad. So this guy is compatible with any wireless charging device. You'll find these little bumpers that go along the sides and back of it, as well as this itself having a built-in lip design. So that means that any phone placed in here should be nice and safe and secure, won't be rattling around too much when you're out on the road. Having this device feature means that you don't ever have to worry about having charging cords on your person ever again. Of course, if that is your preference, you can see lots of different adapters available for you down below. Then you have the storage space, and it continues the whole way across the passenger side dash. There's kind of a divider halfway through, just ensuring if you put an item on one end, it won't accidentally slip all the way down to the other outside of your arm's reach. On the right, you also have a lockable glove box down below. More storage on the left next to your charger and adapters. Then you've got your cup holder spaces, gear shift here. You have your drive mode, so sport, normal, eco, parking brake, parking hold, traction control, EV, and trail, as well as continuing this glossy wood grain throughout the middle console. In the back is the console space. This guy opens up. You have this little smooth moving tray at the very top. You can move it back and forth. More storage goes all the way down to the bottom. Then you also have a 12-volt adapter on the inside there. On the right-hand side, we already saw the lockable glove box down below. Up overhead on the rearview mirror, 1, 2, and 3 dots, those guys are garage door openers. You've got a nice normal reflective rearview mirror here, but if you flip the switch, this will instead turn to a camera view behind yourself. The reason this can be so nice to have is that sometimes when you're driving, you have inside your cab here either people or cargo that are being a distraction or are partially or even fully blocking the view of traffic behind yourself. If that's a problem you've ever dealt with, struggle no more, as you can flip the switch, see traffic behind yourself without having to look through your cab in order to do so. If you're wondering, well, how am I supposed to keep an eye on my rear passengers then? We have an answer for that up top here. Built into your sunglasses compartment space is this built-in mirror. That way you are able to keep an eye on your passengers with one, and the other one can be used for traffic as it is intended to be. Up top, you've got your SOS button, overhead lighting controls, and controls up there for your panoramic moonroof. Thanks again, folks, for joining us on this full video tour for this Toyota Highlander Platinum Hybrid in the color gray. It is located here at Sherwood Park Toyota at 31 Automall Road in Sherwood Park, Alberta, Canada. You can also reach us at 780-306-7703. And remember, life is full of choices. Let us be yours.